What's going on with you guys? So I'm making this video to announce that I'm officially 6 months sober, 178 days sober, 178 days sobriety. I'm very thankful. I thank God. And I know it's really 180 days. That's the official 6 months. But, you know, I'm going to count it, man. I'm going to count it. I'm going to count it. I'm just making this video right now to announce that as a sobriety update. My sobriety from alcohol, 178 days. I believe from weed, it's probably like 165 days, but I'm just making a quick update. It's 6 months. It's been 6 months officially. You know, and I plan on staying sober for life, man. I couldn't have it. I don't think I could live any other way. It's been making me much stronger mentally, spiritually, physically. You know, I used to rely on those things a lot, like weed and alcohol. I used to rely on that heavily starting in like 2017 when I actually started using it. And for weed, I believe it was 2018, like mid 2018. And I relied on those things heavily, man, to get through certain things. And it's just crazy to me that I'm going through this as someone who's been targeted by the government, targeted as a targeted individual. It's just crazy to me that what I'm going through now is the most intense thing ever, and it's really like supposed to be the most stressful thing ever for anybody on this planet, you know? And I'm going through it sober. And it's crazy how in the past little things would bother me, like breakups and just little things, stressful days at work. I'd smoke, a breakup probably, I smoke like crazy. Somebody, you know, get me angry or upset, I smoke like crazy. Or I have a little sip of alcohol, I drink something, some Henny something, you know, I'd have those vices, you know what I'm saying? And that was really a form of weakness. Anything you have to rely on, in my opinion, to feel better, if you have to rely on a substance to feel better, that's a form of weakness, you know? And it's okay because we all go through it, you know, but at the end of the day, it's the devil's way of making us feel like we can't handle things ourselves. And at the end of the day, it's opening our mind up to demonic possession and making us more vulnerable spiritually. So with that being said, yes, I feel like it's crazy because I'm going through this, and I've gone through this whole thing for 6 months sober, and I've been getting through it and laughing at the things they do to us, and just staying closer to God. It's brought me closer to God, and it's just it showed me how strong I am as an individual. It really has, that I can get through this thing sober, you know. It showed me how strong I am. It's made me more fearless because I'm not relying on anything else to comfort me. It's made me more fearless. It's made me realize that I'm a very strong person. It's made me realize I'm one of the strongest people I know right now, not gonna lie. You know, with what I go through and what I could deal with. But yeah, man, it's been a true blessing, man, and I truly have to thank God for it. The Most High, I truly have to thank God for it, man. I truly do, because without him, I would not be here. Without him, I would not be able to get through it, man. It's all because of him, all because of his blessings, all because of, you know, his word, me following his word, that I have gotten through this, man. And I have made promises to him before that I would stop drinking and stop smoking, and it'd probably be like 2 months, probably 3 the most, a couple weeks, and then I'd get right back to it because I felt like the world was stressing me out, or like, you know, maybe I could kind of balance it out and kind of, you know, I don't know, man, but I would always go back to it. And it would never do me good in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It would always make me weaker in a sense, more vulnerable in a sense, you know. And I can see now he's showing me the light. He's showing me I'm a stronger person this way. You know, this is what he's been trying to show me, that I'm a stronger person this way. Yeah, I had to struggle through it. I had to go through hell, but he was trying to show me I'm a stronger person this way. You know what I'm saying? You know, back when I was spending countless amounts of dollars on bud, man, on weed, man. It wasn't good, man. It wasn't a good feeling for me. I knew deep down, like, yeah, when I was smoking it, it felt good temporarily, but just spending the money on that thing for me was just like, yo, I could be spending this money on so many other things, man. And it was a very terrible feeling for my soul. It was very bad, man. Like, I felt it. Like, I felt it was very bad, man. So even when I had those, so even going through this, months along going through this, and having those thoughts of like, yo, what if I smoke? I always thought in the back of my head, yo, I just remember how terrible I felt while doing it. And how much it held me back physically and spiritually and even financially. You know, there were so many things I could have done different. And I could see that now. So, yeah, man, this is just a quick update video. Quick update video for y'all and for myself, really. You know, I like to look back on these videos for motivation. Anytime I'm feeling some type of way, I look back on some of my videos for motivation to remember who I am and what I'm capable of. You know, it's a very nice feeling, man. This is the longest 6 months. It's truly the longest I've gone since I've started engaging in you know, drinking and smoking and things like that. Since 2017 is when I would say it would be September 2017. I apologize. Yeah, September 2017. That's when I first started drinking. You know, and I believe in that time, it was really bad, and then it kind of slowed down a bit, you know, in 2018, like at the end of 2018 towards 2019, it slowed down a little bit. Then I started smoking heavily in 2018, and then it was the smoking for me, because I was, you know, weed is expensive. So you spending all your bread on weed, and at the end of the day, you like, dang, man, like, yeah, I got some more bread left over, but I could have still used this to invest, or I could have still used this for something else. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really feel that good. Other people report the same thing too. They're like, yo, I'm spending this much money on weed, like, I gotta stop. So I'm glad I put that behind me. I'm glad I put that in the past. You know what I'm saying? Even if I was rich and I had millions of dollars, it's just like, you're spending money on something that's not going to benefit you. You're spending money on a feeling that you can obtain naturally. You're spending money on a feeling that God has intended for you to obtain naturally already. And when I say naturally, I don't mean a plan. I mean naturally within. You know? And another thing that has helped me along this journey for sure, another thing that has definitely helped me is semen retention. Semen retention has definitely helped me heavily. You know, semen retention and simply working out, exercising, and keeping healthy. Because I exercise almost every day, and I've been on semen retention for close to 6 months as well. I'd say in another week or two, it'd be 6 months for semen retention. So that within itself is beautiful to me within itself. You know, before I got on the semen retention, I was with this girl who I knew was no good for me. man. I was with this girl who I felt like she was a Jezebel, like she had this negative energy. And now going through this spiritual journey now and looking at a lot of these testimonies with the other targeted individuals, and looking at these Christian testimonies of people who are converting to Christianity and converting to following Christ, I could see a lot of men have had these issues with certain women as well. And you know, the semen retention is the way of life for me, man. I'm not gonna lie. Until I get married and find that right one, the semen retention is forever for me, man. I can't think of life any other way. Semen retention, it gives me so much energy, just retaining my life force energy. It gives me so much energy in the morning. It takes away that feeling of depression. It takes away that feeling of stress. You find yourself sometimes in the middle of the day or just going through certain things, laughing at certain things that would stress you out. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great feeling, man. Like they said, Jesus Christ was a yogi. Jesus Christ never had sex. He was a yogi. You know, that's probably why he had so much energy, other than the fact that he was God. But, you know, that could be one of the reasons, too. But, yeah, it's a great feeling, man. It really is, man. Really is, man. I really wish I had just started this lifestyle 2 years ago. I really do. But I'm gonna make the best of it now. I'm gonna try to utilize everything God has given me and not take advantage of it. I'm gonna utilize it to my fullest, like how he I'm gonna utilize it to my fullest, like how he intended me to utilize it. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things I could see and I could feel that I couldn't see and feel before, when I wasn't all the way sober, when I was drinking possibly every weekend or smoking every weekend or every 2 weekends or every month, even if it wasn't every weekend. I needed to give myself that time, that period, you know, to really start to see and to feel. You know, and on top of that, I want to let you guys know something. If you smoke or you drink, I'm not judging you at all. I'm not judging you in the least. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. That doesn't mean you're weak or anything. But from my personal experience, I know that this is a better way. And from a lot of other people's personal experiences as well, who used to smoke and drink, they know it too. You could just look up other testimonies. If you need some motivation, if you want to stop, even if you want to slow down, trust me, man, you should. It's my opinion, you should. Yeah, also, be careful, man. You know, if you... Oh, okay, yeah. So I wanted to say this. So I know now, like, what I'm going through is very spiritual. And keeping sober for me is just the way. You know, it's helping me see things I couldn't see and feel before. And I feel like if you do smoke and you do drink, be very careful, because you're opening yourselves up to a spiritual possession. You're opening yourselves up. You're going to be very vulnerable to certain spiritual attacks. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back to what I was saying. I was with somebody who wasn't good for me. She had a Jezebel spirit. She had a demonic spirit within her. And there was a couple of times where I felt like, this was back when I was slowing down on my drinking. She would simply insist that I would drink, it was weird, because she would insist that I would drink, but then she wasn't really trying to drink. So it was like she was trying to make me vulnerable in a sense. She had that Jezebel spirit, that demonic thing within her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. It's like, you know, this was back at the time I was smoking heavily. And I lie to you not, this is before I was targeted. So I'm going to just say this. This was like right before I was targeted. So I'm going to just say, I don't know if this person has anything to do with it. But my intuition is she does. But I'm not going to say any names, not going to say her name. I'm just going to tell y'all what I've gone through. You got to protect your mind, because you won't be able to decipher the demons from the real people. You won't be able to decipher the evil from the good if you're not protecting your mind, if you're not completely sober. And that's the truth. That's why these evil people, these demons, that's why they don't want us sober. That's why they put this stuff in our food. That's why they subdue us. It's so we can't see who they are for what they are. Believe you me, that is the truth. Now, it's careful y'all protect y'all energy, man, because they will swoop in when they realize you're not sober-minded. It says in the Bible to keep a sober mind, because the devil will come in like a roaring lion looking to devour you. Keep a sober mind, because the devil will come in like a roaring lion looking to devour you. And that is nothing but the utter truth. Sometimes I feel like in the city, I live in New York City, I feel like that was my Jerusalem. I feel like that was Jerusalem for me. Like, I'm not saying I'm Jesus Christ. I'm just saying that in a way because I know like in the Bible, like that's where everything was going down. That's where there was all this temptation and just people. Jesus seeing all these demons and the demons in people. Jesus could see the demons in people. He was seeing the legion in that woman. And me, sometimes I look at people and I'm like, yo, I could see the demons in people. You know what I'm saying? So I think this thing is very spiritual, man. I recently looked at a testimony the other day of this guy. He converted to Christianity. And the video, I believe, is called A Flight from Hell. And this guy's just a normal person. I don't believe he knows anything about targeted individuals. I don't believe he knows anything about like what the government's doing or anything. But when I looked at his testimony on his conversion to Christianity, basically everything he's going through is like a T.I. Like he's literally going through things that a T.I. would go through. But he doesn't know what it is. But he's going through things that a T.I. would go through. Like the synthetic telepathy, the gang stalking, the seeing demons in people, hearing them say things throughout their mouth. He's going through all of that. And I'm watching this testimony and I'm like, yo, everything this guy's going through is relatable. But it's not like a T.I. video. It's a Christian testimony. And this guy's basically saying, yeah, he smoked some weed one day. I believe it was some fake weed. Somebody laced his weed, or I think it was it was like a K2 or something or whatever. And after that day, he was literally seeing and hearing the demons come out of people. Like, you know how we talk about synthetic telepathy, how people say it's technology or whatever, and that could be possible. But at the same time, I'm looking at this guy's video and he's saying he's seeing people. Also, let me go back. Not only was he doing that, but he was doing a bunch of the new age spiritual stuff that I recently had to stop doing, like the meditation and stuff like that. He was doing like the new age spiritual stuff too. And he recently had to stop doing that too. But okay, let me continue. So he was doing that and he smoked some fake weed. And then all of a sudden, he was hearing and seeing the demons in people, hearing people say certain things. He had people coming up to him randomly and just asking him questions about his life. And then he would like sense the demon in them and he would see the evil in them and all types of things like that. And then he was on a flight. And on that flight, he said he heard everybody just like talking about him and all types of things. And that's very similar. I'm gonna put the link in the description too so y'all can see it. But that's very similar to my story on my bus trip from New York to Florida. If y'all look at that video and then y'all compare that video to my bus trip from New York to Florida, that's like extremely similar. Where me and him, we were both hearing and seeing these people say these things. Me hearing that guy say my mom's name, my sister's name, my brother's name, and then him hearing these people talk about him and saying his name too. Remind you, this is not a video of someone who claims to be a T.I. I don't think he even knows what it is. So with that being said, this is why I say this thing is very spiritual, man. This thing is very spiritual, and the reason they don't want you to think it's spiritual is so you don't look to God. You don't look to the only one that could really help you. You don't look to Christ. Now, like, I'm just looking at people who go through this thing, and I look at people who go through it, and they're looking at like the technology aspect of it, which isn't a bad thing because it is the government. But like I said, looking at this thing and just looking at the different TIs, I'm just like comparing who's really struggling with it and who's more at peace with it and who's less at peace with it. And even on Twitter, I see on Twitter like people who aren't like close to the Most High or really following his word, or they don't believe in him and they're going through this and they think it's all technology and they think the spiritual part is BS, it's like they're struggling way more. They're struggling way more. They're way more stressed. I see them tweeting every single day. Oh, they're affecting my heart. They're affecting my lungs. Every second of the day, they're affecting this. They're affecting that. And I'm looking like, do you worship the one true God? Are you staying close? Are you reading scriptures? Are you listening to scriptures at least? Are you praying every day? Are you trying to sin less? Like, are you trying to stay close to Christ? Like, because this is a spiritual war. There's only one true God. Also, are you taking care of yourself? You know, like, people going through it heavily and stressing out, they have all the solutions but God. They have all the answers but God. Same thing with the new age spiritual things. The new age spiritual, it's like some of these new age spiritual people, they don't believe in Christ. They don't think there's a one true God. They don't believe in Christ. They believe in all these deities and all these spiritual spirit guides. And it's like, okay, if all these spirit gods exist, how don't you believe the one true God exists? Christ. Like, this is something that just don't add up to me. It's like, okay, you extremely spiritual. You know there's a spirit world, but you don't believe that there's a creator, Jesus Christ, who made the spirit world. You don't believe that. You don't believe that he died for our sins and he sacrificed himself for our sins, but you're in tune with all this other stuff. Now, what that is, and I had to learn this over time, even though I was meditating and I was doing new age practices like meditation, I was also listening to frequencies and things like that, trying to open my third eye, whatever. Even though I was doing that, I still believed in Christ. Like, I still knew there was one true God. I still knew Christ was there. You know, I was still worshiping Christ. But at the same time, I realized I was opening myself up too spiritually. Like, my mind was open to these demons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you opening your mind up to a completely different realm where there is all types of evil, all types of malicious spirits that wanna deceive you. Now, what they would do, how it works, you meditating, okay, you feel good things are probably happening in your life, but at the same time, they taking way more than you're getting. That's what the devil likes to do. The devil comes as a angel of light. He likes to give. He gives, but at the same time, he's taking away. It's like selling your soul. You getting gold for it, but then you lost your soul for it. You getting luxuries for it, but then you lost your access to heaven for it. It's like that in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that over time. Like, yo, maybe I'm opening myself up to this demonic realm. You feel me? Because even before I started meditating, like right now, before I started meditating, I would never feel like I felt like a presence in the room. You feel me? Like a complete different presence in the room. And like literally the day I started meditating, I say the day, a couple days after as well, I felt like there was a presence in the room. And I thought it was a good thing. I thought maybe now my mind is just more open and more aware so I could sense more things. But that's probably not the case. You feel me? In the Bible, they say, if the Bible is right, why doesn't it teach us all these different things? This, that, and this and that. Why doesn't it teach us how to meditate? Why doesn't it teach us how to be more in tune with ourselves? Why doesn't it teach us how to do all these different things like astral travel, meditate, all the things that aren't really gonna get you access to heaven? It's like you asking God why he don't teach you how to, why God didn't teach you about Saturn and Jupiter and why God didn't teach you about Mars. Bro, what is knowing about those things gonna get you here on Earth? That's trillions of miles away. What is knowing about that gonna get you here on Earth? How is that gonna get you to heaven? That's the same thing. The devil is teaching you these things so you lose focus and you lose sight of what's really important. He's filling your mind up with things you don't really have to know. It's good to know certain things, but you don't really have to know these things. And these things that he is trying to teach you and put in your mind and trying to, these things he's trying to put in your mind is bringing you closer to a demonic realm. It's opening your mind up to more. It's making you more vulnerable. It really is. If y'all are spiritual, y'all are in the new age, y'all meditate. Even if you smoke weed or you drink, just look up testimonies, Christian testimonies of people who had to stop drinking, had to stop smoking, had to stop meditating. You will see it's all the same. Not only will you see it's all the same, but you will see how it relates to things, to what a TI goes through. And they don't even claim to be TIs, but they're going through this spiritual stuff that a TI goes through. The gang stalking, all of it. The gang stalking, like, one thing I read up on is Satan and his demons, they stalk the saints. They stalk the children of God. Once you're really supposed to be doing what you're here on this earth to do, they will target you. These demons will target you. And that is a known fact. I feel like it's truly the true followers of Christ that get targeted. The real people that get targeted. Once you're truly doing good things, you will get targeted. And you know how many times I hear people saying right before they were targeted, they started changing their life. They started doing things for Christ. They started loving more. They started giving more and doing this. And then boom, they was targeted. Bro, I probably watched over 10 videos that was like that. And the same thing happened to me. The moment you start doing good, this demonic realm will target you. And at the same time, I look at it now as a blessing. I look at it now as a blessing. You know why? Because it's opened my mind up heavily. God has given me the gift of discernment. I can see the demons in people. And thank God it's not everyone. It's not everyone. It's not everyone. That's how I know it's a spiritual gift, because it's not everyone. It's not everyone. And what that does for me is, like, I prayed to God. I prayed, God, give me the gift of discernment, so I could decipher who's real from fake. So in that way I could protect not only me, but I could protect my family. I could protect my future kids, my future wife. I could have a solid foundation, man. I don't have to question anything. And that is the ultimate gift, man. And I realize that gift increases the more humble I am. The more humble I am. Notice in this video, y'all haven't really heard me curse at all. Y'all know in my videos, I'm normally cursing here and there. I'm trying to use way less profanity now. I'm trying to use way less profanity because I'm really trying to walk in his image, man. In those other videos, y'all know I curse. It's not to try to be, it's not to try to be cool or nothing, because it's just, I was programmed. It's that language has been programmed into my head for so long. Through the music, through rap music, through movies, through the things I take in, through the things I take in, the people I surround myself with. It's been programmed into me. So I literally prayed the other day, and I was just saying, God, forgive me. This stuff has just been programmed into me, and it's gonna take time for me to really, really get it down packed. For me to really, really not use it, because sometimes it just comes out by accident. Like, I'm just talking regularly and it comes out like it's just regular language. Like, when you get hit or you step on something, or you get hurt, or you step on something and you feel some type of pain, and your initial reaction is to say ow or ouch. That's how much that language and that profanity has been programmed into my brain from the music, from what's on TV, from who I've surrounded myself with throughout my life, that's a natural thing to say. That's a natural reaction. That's a natural thing to say. That's a natural reply. So right now, I'm trying to cut down on that just to get closer to God. I'm trying to be more humble. Y'all know when I hear the banging, sometimes I will react. Sometimes I get upset. I'm not doing that no more. I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where I don't even feel like I need to record it anymore. You know what I'm saying? The things I do feel like should be recorded is if someone tries to threaten me. And I need that type of proof. You know, I'm trying to be close to the Most High, man. I'm not trying to have these demons take my access from heaven. Hold on, let me see where I'm at. 31 minutes? Okay. I just had to see where I was at. Yeah, man, this thing is real for me. This thing is real. The sobriety is real for me. Cutting out all that new age stuff, that's real for me. You know, and I hope y'all can do the same, man. I really do. I really, really do. Especially if you're going through this. You know? But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's the quick update, the sobriety update with a few other things. It's just a quick update. I'm gonna play a clip for y'all. I was feeding some squirrels the other day. I try to go outside and feed the birds, because there be some birds outside, like a bunch of ducks and pigeons and just a bunch of different birds. So I was gonna go outside and feed them some bread. That wasn't happening. Every time I would throw the bread, the birds would run away. So I was like, okay, let me stop wasting my bread. I went somewhere else. I saw some squirrels. The squirrels was eating that thing up, man. They was eating that thing up, man. They was all coming to me. They all gathered around me and everything. So I just got everything on video. So I'm gonna just play that for y'all real quick. I'm gonna just put that in here. You know what I'm saying? 6 months sober. I feel great. I feel beautiful. And I can't wait until I get a year. I can't wait till I get down to a year. I can't wait to what a year feels like. I cannot wait, man. I really can't wait. You know, I'm back to where I was before. I don't rely on this stuff to feel good. I just need God. I just need to retain my life force energy. Need to keep exercising. That's it. I feel great, man. It's really good to have that natural feeling of you don't have to rely on anything to feel good. I know there were days when I would wake up and I'd be like, dang, man, what am I going to do? I'm on my last eighth. Y'all know how bad that used to feel, man? Feeling like, dang, I'm on my last eighth. It's like my life force energy was put all into that weed, and I feel like I wasn't alive without that weed. Like, that wasn't a good feeling, man. It was not a good feeling, man. Or I'd be at work, and at work I'd be like, dang, man, I can't wait to smoke. I can't wait to smoke. I'd be itching to smoke like, dang. It wasn't a good feeling at all, bro. Wasn't a good feeling, man. And a lot of people may not admit it. If you smoking right now, you may not admit it. But try to go a month without it and see if you don't have a problem then. You're going to feel it within you. You're going to feel something is wrong. Like, what's wrong with me? I feel like a lot of the weed nowadays, too. I know I'm extending this video. I know I was about to cut it off, but I just want to add this on there. I feel like a lot of the weed nowadays, too, is all fake. It's all government made. You know, back in the day, the THC levels for the weed wasn't that high. And people say, like, the old heads who used to smoke, they say, nah, the weed nowadays, it got people bugging out. It got people do all type of crazy. It got people bugging out. Bugging out, man. The THC wasn't that high back in the day. People used to feel calm, relaxed, chill. They didn't have that anxiety. You know, when you smoke and you get that paranoid feeling. They didn't have all of that. They used to feel chill. It used to feel like more of a really calm thing. And now, you know, when you smoke, you get all these thoughts coming to your head. You overthink. Sometimes you a little paranoid. Sometimes you feel a little off. Even when I was smoking, I did feel like that. Even though it felt good, I still had that feeling. So it's like now I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, to me, I never thought I would say this, but I feel like weed is demonic to me. I do. I feel like it's demonic to me. It really is. It really is. Even the fact that, you know, I had actually seen something one day while smoking regular weed. What was it? I think the strand was it was gelato. I had meditated. I did two bad things I wasn't supposed to be doing. I did the Kundalini meditation, and right after that, I smoked some bud. And I seen 3 demonic figures. That within itself should have told me to stop. You know what I'm saying? They modified the weed some way to make the THC level and the CBD level. They create an imbalance with the THC level and the CBD level. The THC level is here and the CBD level is like all the way here now. And back in the day, they said it was naturally always like equal, like that, like always equal. And now it's like this, which is why it has people bugging out. That's probably why it's opening their mind to all these demonic attacks. Having people see things they ain't supposed to see. You feel me? But yeah, man, that's it for this video. I just wanted to let y'all know about my sobriety. Put this on my channel so I could look back at it. You know, it's a great feeling. All right.
Hey, I got you. I gotta get into the other fam. Where the other fam at? Here. That's right. Man, what you running away for, man? If I wanted to hurt you, I'd have been did it. Put you on a stick, fried you up, but I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that, man. You're like, oh, all right. No doubt. Well, that one real fidgety. Like he like, yeah, I want food, but I ain't trying to get hurt. Oh, geez. How they surrounding me right now? That one, like, yeah, he been feeding me for me. Got it. Fight for it. See, they don't like this one. Do Trump like that? They run away after that. I don't know why. I really got no more left. It really is. It really is. That's it. That's it. I'm going. Ain't nothing left. That's it. Adios. Leos, look, they chasing me now.